Joby and Archer in a projected $1 trillion industry? Let me answer the 3 big questions for you. In this video, I have 3 big questions to answer about Joby and Archer Aviation in the $1 trillion industry. So let me give them to you, and then let me know in the comments if you have any additional information on it. We are the fastest growing eVTOL channel, so let's work on it together and break these down. So at question 1, will Joby Aviation's vertical integration strategy win the race to certification? So let me explain the question first. As Joby Aviation focuses on developing its own technologies and components, can this approach lead to a faster certification and market dominance, or will it face more regulatory scrutiny compared to the competitors, such as Archer, for using their own parts? So at question 2, can Archer Aviation's speed to market approach outpace the competition? So breaking that down, that's with Archer aiming to be the first to market by leveraging existing supply chains, will this strategy allow them to capture the urban air mobility market before others? Or does it come with the risks that could delay their plans? So question 3, are we on the brink of a transportation revolution? And who'll be first to take off? With the potential to change how we move through urban spaces fundamentally. Which company, Archer or Joby, will achieve the commercial success? And what will this mean for the future of urban travel? Right, so now you have the questions. Let me give you some context around the $1 trillion industry, and then let's get cracking to get those questions answered. In a rapidly evolving landscape of transportation, urban air mobility stands out as the sector poised for exponential growth, with projections from financial giants such as Morgan Stanley suggesting it could become a $1 trillion industry by 2040. With this burgeoning field, the 2 American companies, both Joby and Archer Aviation, have emerged as frontrunners, each with its unique strategies and technological approaches. They aim at revolutionise how we move through urban environments. The concept of urban air mobility is not new, but the technology and economic feasibility are now aligning to make it a reality. Urban air mobility envisions a future where electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles whisk passengers over congested city spaces, dramatically reducing travel times, decreasing road congestion, and lowering carbon emissions. For investors and enthusiasts alike, just like myself, Joby and Archer represent not just companies, but visions of the future where the sky is not just a pathway for traditional aviation, but a frontier for urban transportation. Hold up, it's now time to answer the first question. Before we dive into the first question though, I'm 120 subscribers away from dropping eVTOL weekly live streams, so please sign into your YouTube account and do something for me that takes you literally 2 seconds and hit that subscribe. I'm here every day working for you, so please bang that subscribe for me, and I'll see you on the eVTOL weekly live stream. Thanks guys. So question 1, will Joby Aviation's vertical integration strategy win the race to certification? Joby Aviation has embraced a vertically integrated business model, meaning they're not only designing their eVTOL aircraft, but producing many of their own components, from propulsion systems to battery technology. To answer this question, we need to say this vertical integration approach has several advantages. There is control over product quality. By manufacturing in-house, Joby ensures every part meets their stringent quality standards, potentially leading to a more reliable and performance optimized vehicle. This control could reduce the likelihood of certification issues related to component failures or inconsistencies. By having an innovative edge, vertical integration allows Joby to push their boundaries of what's possible with eVTOL technology. They can tailor components specifically for their aircraft, potentially offering better efficiency, range, or safety features than competitors like Archer, who might use off-the-shelf parts. Let's also talk about intellectual property. Owning more of the technology stack provides Joby with a competitive edge through proprietary advantages, which can be a significant barrier to entry for competitors. However, this strategy isn't without its challenges either. Regulatory scrutiny is another one. A novel aspect of Joby's technology might attract more scrutiny from regulatory bodies like the FAA. Each new component of the system developed in-house needs to be tested and certified, which can be more time consuming than using components with a certification history. Then there's cost and time. Developing new technologies in-house can be expensive and time consuming. While this may lead to long-term savings and efficiencies, The initial investment could delay rollout if funding becomes tight, or if there's unexpected technical challenges. I know what you're all thinking, there's also the certification timeline. While Joby's progress through the FAA stages of certification is commendable, each new piece of the technology adds a new variation of complexity to the certification process, potentially slowing down the race to the market, compared to companies like Archer using the more established components. Right, I can already hear it. You're going to say I haven't answered your question. So here my answer is. Joby Aviation's vertical integration strategy, while offering a control and innovation advantages, faces significant challenges in increased regulatory scrutiny and potential delays in certification due to the complexity of certifying the novel components. The outcome of this strategy in winning the race to certification will depend on their ability to manage these challenges effectively against competitors like Archer, who opt for a less vertically integrated approach. Do I think they'll be first? Yes, I do. Are you lot now ready for question 2? I do hope to see plenty of information for me to read in the comments, so please dive in. At question 2, we have, can Archer Aviation speed to market approach outpace the competition? Archer Aviation's strategy is to move quickly by leveraging existing aerospace supply chains. This gives reduced development time. By sourcing components from established suppliers, Archer can avoid research and development phase for each part. This approach will allow Archer to conduct extensive test flights, demonstrating their readiness to move forward in the certification process. Let me assure you, there is a lower risk by using parts that have already undergone some level of scrutiny or certification can reduce the unknowns in the certification process, potentially making it smoother and quicker than entirely new components. Let's now look at the partnerships. Archer's collaborations with United Airlines provide financial backing, but also a path to immediate customer base, which could be critical for early market share capture. However, this approach also contains a set of risks, such as supply chain dependency. Archer's strategy heavily relies on the performance and reliability of their suppliers. Any issues in the supply chain, from quality control to delivery delays, could impact Archer's timeline to certification. Archer risks innovation limitations. While speed to market is crucial, relying on external components might limit the innovation in design or performance of the aircraft. Archer might not have the same level of degree of control over technological advancements or cost reductions that Joby might achieve through vertical integration. There is a risk of market dynamics. If the market evolves in a direction that favours proprietary technology, or regulations shift to prefer integrated solutions, Archer could find itself at a disadvantage. So my answer to this is Archer Aviation's approach of sourcing from established suppliers could indeed enable them to outpace competitors in reaching the market, leveraging reduced development times and lower risks. However, this strategy's success hinges on managing supply chain risks and maintaining competitive edge through partnerships while balancing the trade-off between speed and innovation. I just think Joby is way too far ahead to outpace them to certification, but I do think over time Archer will get there. So let's get this going and crack on to question 3. And because you've made it this far, thank you. And I've got a bonus for you right after question 3. Let me tell you what it is. I'll let you know what kind of stock prices that are being forecast for both Archer and Joby, and I'll help you project the path to your goals. So please stick with me. At question 3, are we on the brink of a transportation revolution? And who do we think will take off first? So there will be transformation of urban spaces. eVTOLs could drastically reduce travel times, potentially reshaping urban planning with a less focus on ground-based transportation infrastructure and more on aerial networks. This could lead to new urban designs, where vertical space utilisation becomes more important than horizontal. There will also be an environmental impact. With zero-emission electric propulsion, eVTOLs offer a cleaner alternative to traditional helicopters or cars, aligning with global sustainability goals. There is economic implications to all of this. The industry could spawn new jobs from manufacturing to operation, and could stimulate economic growth by reducing the time wasted in traffic, thereby increasing productivity. As for who will take off first, so with Joby Aviation, their comprehensive approach might mean once certified, they could offer a more fully developed service, potentially with technological edge. However, their certification might take longer due to the complexity of a vertical integrated model. In regards to Archer Aviation, if certification goes smoothly, Archer's strategy could see them launch commercial services sooner, potentially setting the pace for the industry. Their integration with existing transport networks through partnerships could provide an immediate operational advantage. With market perception, the first mover advantage could be significant, but it's not just about who's there first. It's about being first with a service that's safe, reliable, and meets customer expectations. Public trust in these new aerial vehicles will be paramount, and both companies will need to excel in safety, noise production, and user experience. If not, it'll affect the two. Lastly, we have regulatory approval. So ultimately, the FAA's final nod will determine the first commercial flights. Both companies are pushing towards this, but the winner might be the one whose strategy aligns most closely with the evolving regulatory landscape. So you want to know my answer to this? So in regards to are we on the brink of a transportation revolution? The evidence does suggest we are. And with urban air mobility poised to redefine how we think about city travel. Now you're thinking, you haven't answered, who will be first to take off? So my thoughts are, while both Archer and Joby are contenders, Joby's Toyota partnership and progress in the certification process might give it a slight edge. And to me it suggests a lead in bringing the revolution to life. So let me just tie the three questions together, and then I'll get to the forecast. So Joby and Archer Aviation are at the forefront of the industry that promises to reshape urban landscapes. Their progress, challenges and strategic manoeuvres offer a fascinating glimpse into the future of transportation. As they move towards certification, operational launch and widespread adoption, they carry with them a potential to unlock markets valued in trillions, fundamentally altering how we perceive the experience of urban travel. The road ahead is fraught with technical, regulatory and economic hurdles, but the vision of the sky dotted with electric air taxis is becoming increasingly tangible, driven by the innovative spirits of companies like Joby and Archer. So now I know you're waiting for the forecast. Well, I've done a massive dive into all these companies' millionaire makers, and I'll show you how much is needed to get the $1 million goal, so I'll meet you there next.